So obviously, if you don't follow my social media, I have recently started a small brand of my own in this universe of this name that I've been trying to come up with for a real while, ever since I announced that I am working on a script on my own characters, the two brothers that become heroes, and Fire Arrow, these live action films, and all that scripts ready, all we got characters ready, and all that. And then recently I announced I'm working on an anime in about a few months ago. I'm working on it. I'm excited to work on an anime of Fire Arrow and multiverse animated Fire Arrow. That script is still in the works. Um, I'm currently on episode 3, and it is still untitled, but that's that's for the future. But I decided before I started making these live action movies, and I want to the money that I earn, I want to put it in to these franchises, because when this franchise starts, it's gonna start with the two boys that become heroes movies, that trilogy, and that trilogy is going to a spin-off to a TV series called Fire Arrow and Never Told Story. That story will be up to 2 seasons, but there's only one season for the next few years, and then it's gonna be up to another film that's in the same universe, and then other, and then other, and then other. Like it's gonna be a whole. It's like 4 or 5 films, and like story one, and all that. But I recently announced about a month ago that I am currently working on a Fire Arrow comic. And I recently said like, okay, and this was about last week. I said I'm gonna work on a high school story of Fire Arrow before he becomes Fire Arrow, and what made him become Fire Arrow, and what's the character about. And this is the video of what these characters are about. And I did say about 2 days ago that the official title for the Fire Arrow comic in high school is called The Journey. I got let down back here. The high school journey of Fire Arrow, and the high school journey of Fire Arrow is basically one when he's 14 all the way up to 17. He graduates early because due to this character is a director. This character, he becomes a director at 17 years old. He makes his first film. This for fun. Um, and he posts this on a social media platform. He had no money income coming in. I mean, he kind of did. Remote button drop. He kind of does. He was kind of cutting people's grass in people's yards and all that kind of trees. But then that one money, they always putting some money into this film. Alright, and then out of nowhere, this film blew up on YouTube. I mean, I wouldn't say YouTube. It was gonna be a social media. What's the social media app? We're not gonna say what because I don't know yet. But basically, he blows up at 17 years old. First film, um, and that's when he knew. Okay, I want to be a director, and that's me personally. I want to be a director, and this is basically like a story, but my story, but not my story at the same time. Like it feels like it's me, but it's not me. Like, that's how the story is going. But the reason the reason how and why Fire Arrow becomes Fire Arrow, and what does the meaning of Fire Arrow? Fire Arrow is he's kind of like a mutant, but he's not. So at the age of 16, before he 14, well, the story is basically at 14. He is going through a lot of things. Life changing, going on a teenager. First year of high school, he's just basically all new, and that he gets bored on the first day, and that's just it. Um, and this I'm not gonna spoil it. That's how the story's gonna go. But he goes in the woods. He trains himself. He has no trainer. This this dude trains himself at the age of 14. he sneaks off after school without letting his parents know, or his mother know, because the dad is unknown, and he is going to the woods that's in front of the school, and this woods goes on for miles to miles, and he trains himself to shoot the arrow, trains himself to do this, to do that. But the ages will go to the 16, and this will be explained in the comics on volume 2 or 3. I am making 3 volumes, so 3 volumes. Volume 1 will be this 14 years old, and then volume 2 will be 15, 16. Volume 17. The volume 3 will be his age 17, which will also be the final book for the franchise. But it's he's trained himself, but the reason, but his ability is he's got LSU. The man will say he was like a ski max. Like, it's not like a ski max, but it's like a max. Shit, like a max and a hood, and then these flames come out. Not actual flames, like the flames on the sign and on the suit. But he has the ability of turning his arrow into fire. And here's the spine of me saying this. The reason he's kind of like a mutant, but technically he is not. He has the ability, like when he pulls out the arrow and does this, he has the ability to turn the arrow to fire. Like, he has the ability to put the fire on the arrow. Like, he's not like these, not like the X-Men, or where you do the we set fire off, you put the arrow in the way, and then they'll get some fire. No, he has the ability. Once he touches the arrow, once he aims, it turns into fire, and it's basically called. That's why he's called Fire Arrow, and the reason how did he get the ability? The ability is basically he went to the his house on fire, and was say one of his houses, because this is the house that he built the whole film on. That blew him up. Well, I won't say blew him. Well, this was the film that he was filming at, but it caught on fire. But he got stuck in the fire. He got trapped in the fire. And then a moon. The fire. While he was stuck in the fire, the moon was shining and all that. And then something happened because he black. And then something happened. I'm not gonna tell you what. But basically, he blacks out. He wakes up in the hospital, and he's trying to figure out what the hell happened, because he's got no burns whatsoever. They tell him what happened and all that. But basically, he is half mutant because he has the ability to turn things into fire, turns arrow into a fire. And that's basically but I did say on the post on social media that I do have a few untitled comics that is in development. Untitled that is in development, and I'm on the announcement specifically Hill. And Hill only as of right now. I might add him on Hill on Twitter and Instagram and maybe TikTok. I don't know, but my brand of studio is called War of Sparks Studios, and I'm gonna try my best to get like a Comic-Con, Fanboy Con, and all that. But these comics, I'm gonna make these comics, make the money. I'm not the type of dude. I'm not different. I'm gonna make these comics, make the money off them, and then make the movie to impress you guys. So I give you guys okay. Let's see how we're gonna make a movie about this. And like Marvel Studios, I say Marvel, but like Marvel and DC, they sell comics before they made the movie. But so after the high school journey of Fire Emblem is done, I am dropping the official comic for Fire Arrow And this is where he goes on his the first fight, everything, and all that, cause it's the story is gonna get happy but dark. And this Fire of a comic is literally gonna be this superhero comic, because the High School Journey of Fire of a comic is not a superhero comic. I did explain that it won't be a superhero comic, but it will introduce him and these other characters that's in the comic, like Jay Spider, Omega, um, this chick that obviously he marries in the future after they were talking. This is still high school, but they say as friends and all that. But Firewall is the official comic to be him being a hero. Next up, I got Jay Spyle. Here it is. Jay Spyle. It will be titled Jay Spyle the First Class. And people are thinking, okay, this is like Spider-Man, Spy Agent, and all that. No, this is different. Jay Spyle is a different type of character. Jay Spider is nothing like all the Spider-Mans at all. Or Spider Agent from the Invisible. Um Basically Jay Spider, he, and the character for this is basically, name is Jaden, and he is what Fire was from, and what Fire was from that contact Fire will do in the future. But Jay Spider is basically um when he was 16, no, 15. When he was 15, this was a year um after he joined high school. He decided to go with a few friends, um, a group of juniors, and seniors, and they went to this nuclear power plant that was connected to a science lab. But what Jaden didn't know is that this spider wasn't all like people. Well, Spider-Man was way after Spider-Man, but this one's not. This spider was fully had radiation DNA, like nuclear DNA in it. But this ability of him getting bit, he was shoved in the pit of the web. They didn't shove, but they trapped him. They trapped Jaden into this web, and he got bit by a nuclear spider. And this nuclear spider is, he could be really anything. Like the powers of Jay Spider, yes, he can shoot webs, he can climb walls and all that, but he's not as smart as Peter Parker. He's not as smart as any other Spider-Man or anyone. But he is good at making suits and all that. But he's also a music artist. He's a music art. I don't want to say music, but yeah, he's like a music artist, but also doing his own thing. But he is basically Jay Spider. His ability of power is like a Spider-Man. He's got webs, climbs up walls, and has spider sense. But his spider sense can go on. I believe I explained this in the video. His spider sense can go on for miles. Like it can go on to a different state. Like so, say it's California and Arizona. Like he has a sensibility that goes to California to Arizona. That's how far that ability go. He's also got superhuman. He's got X-ray vision. And that's basically about his power. Um, and Jay Spider the First Class is literally his first mission at the age of 16, because he was, of course, we're going the comic for page 1, page 2 is obviously him gonna be training, become Spider-Man, obviously at 15. Or not Spider, J Spider. Next up, I got the official comic for the two brothers that become heroes. And the two brothers that become heroes, obviously Fire Arrow and J Spider. And this was a really good development. Either for me and my friends. We're playing GTA one day, and I spent it. We're playing GTA one day, and we were like, "How about we make a stupid ass movie?" I'm like, "Bet." I get my Calico file. One of my friends saying no, he wanted to be like a Spider-Man, but I was like, I don't want copyright, so I call you J Spider, and I met the Calico J in it. Um, but basically, the villain is Omega, which but it's basically what this story, and yes, I am originally I'm keeping the original script for the live action, the two boys that become heroes trilogy, and the Firework trilogy. I'm not the type of dude that changed up the trilogy just because the comic. I'm not the type of dude. If I already got a script buddy and it's that good, I'm keeping that script. I am not changing it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But the two brothers that become heroes is basically them going up with their best friend that becomes a villain because his wife was cheating on a friend's dad, and that friend's dad would be Jaden, and basically and all that. Um, and when he found out, he kills the father, and he becomes a villain, which is named Omega. Um, and then why not introduce Lois Seuss Firstborn? People be like, "Oh, you're copying Marvel and all that." No, I did history. I did history on Marvel and DC about the gods and all that, and the daughters and the sons and the sons of the gods and sons of daughters. They don't have nothing like this, except for one. And Seuss does have a ton of daughters, but I decided to name this one like a super unknown character. That's no disrespect to Seuss, by the way, but Seuss does not have a daughter named Lois. And I was like, bet. So I asked why I named it Lois. Lois is titled, the comic will be titled Lois Seuss's Firstborn. People be like, no. People be like, okay, this dude's basically copying Ford and all that. No. The, Lois has the ability, yeah, she controls the funnel and all that, but she has the ability that if she wants to struck you down, she can struck you down with or without the hammer. She will obviously not have a hammer. It will be like it's like a sword connected to an axe. I don't know how you explain that. But it's basically like that. It's sword connected to an axe. And she has the ability to fly too, without the hammer or with the sword and axe. Without or with the sword and axe. And basically, it's whole within the Seuss Kingdom, because that's what I'm gonna call it, Seuss Kingdom. And then she is landed on Earth, but it's not this any of this Earth. It's different. And this is lead to a apocalypse movie. Basically, how I got the story going for this universe is that the Paco, that we go into a new oven like phase 2 or phase 3, and then we go, and then we find a new planet phase 4. Then we go to apocalypse back to the Apocalypse planet, the planet that turns into the Apocalypse, um, sometime in the future. But this character does come in and like in the far future and all that. Next up, I got Red Cat. Red Cat, she's a she is a level, but also can fuck up your heart. She has ability. She's a red cat, but she has the ability to poison you. Like her cause, I don't know what's it called. Rabies. She scratch you. If she scratch you, you would get rabies. But red cat would be introduced in this untitled Fire Arrow anime series. She is also the first state in the Fire Arrow anime series, and with this, with her not being in the scenes that much for the untitled Fire Arrow anime series, I want to make a comic and make it the first villain comic, because she's technically a villain, but a hero, so it's anti-hero comic. But it's nothing like Black Cat or Catwoman. She is different. She's like, I don't know how to explain it. But she's like a character that is okay. She's like a gold digger. But if you want to date me, you date me. But if you want to break my heart, I will give you fucking rabies if you fuck with me. That's the type of character she is. But those are the comics that's in that is in development, but it's also not in the winter right now. I did say that on the post. I am currently on volume 1 of the high school journey of Fire Arrow comic, and I will start writing volume 2 of it, and once the volume 1 gets released, and volume 3 I will start writing that at exactly the same time with volume 2, just to get it released, because I want to have volume 2 and 3 released 6 months apart in the same year. If it doesn't, then that's okay. But and then that's where we go to the Fire Arrow and all that. And these comics will be cheap. Probably like like $3 to $4 maybe. And I'm gonna try and do 100 comics. And there's gonna be more comics, but 100 comics signed, and that'll be it. But yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. That's basically what's all happening in the World of Spark Studios universe, and what could lead to possibly a future. And we fuck with the characters, we could lead to a future into a movie or a TV series. But yeah, but that's it for today. Let me know how you guys think on these characters, and I know I talked to one dude. I told him about it. He's like, "That's interesting." This was when I was talking about the animated multiverse untitled TV series Fire Arrow, which we released only on YouTube, and that's basically it. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.